today's adventure of Outer Scope 2, Tia Rosa and the Other Medallion.
Okay.
Cynthia and Edgar are at Brighton Beach with the boys from the playground. Just as they get ready to leave for the West Indian Parade, the villains Bob and Robin show up and start to chase them.
They're after us again. Oh, no. Let's get out of here.
Split up. Cynthia, this way. We'll meet Eastern Parkway in Flatbush. Okay, come on, Edgar.
Okay.
This gold medallion is one of a pair. No one knows where the twin is, although many people have searched for it.
Hey, that must be...
Shh! They say that the lost medallion is as magnificently crafted as this one. Over the years, they took on an even more universal and sacred meaning. Wherever they went, good things seemed to be associated with both medallions, which is why people have continued to search for the lost twin to this very day. But certain things I have learned lead me to believe that the twin still exists, and maybe somewhere on the North American continent. One day I hope to find out for sure.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I think we may have part of what you're looking for.
Wait outside for me, okay?
Hi, I'm Willie. This is Henry, and that's Eleanor.
I'd heard of Willie and Henry, but I never knew there was an Eleanor, too. How nice. I'm very glad to meet you. Is it true? Do you really have a map and a diary?
We lost the map.
And Cynthia and Edgar have the diary.
And they're in Brooklyn.
But the drawing on the back of the map looks just like the medallion. Isn't that it?
No, it's a twin, Henry.
Right.
Our diary tells us all about the medallion and just how Sailor Bill got it from Takayama. He must have been that last survivor you mentioned.
Right. Takayama gave it to my great-great-grandfather because he'd been kind enough to bring him aboard the ship and try to save his life.
So you're Sailor Bill's great-grandson. Well, you all certainly seem to know a lot about his story.
We sure do. Ask us anything. Anything.
Yeah, you can ask us anything you like.
Here, just try us.
Well, there are 3 names and 4 places that you should know. If you do, I'll tell you what I know about Sailor Bill's story.
Okay, shoot.
Where was Sailor Bill's ship when he brought Takayama aboard?
Off the coast of South America.
Where was Sailor Bill shipwrecked?
Off Long Island.
Near Montauk Point.
Who found him after the shipwreck?
The Shinnegocks.
Where was Sailor Bill and Chief Wyandanch separated?
China.
Where did Sailor Bill go from there?
Mexico.
Well, you certainly have the 4 places okay. All I need to know is 3 names. The last time Sailor Bill went out to sea, he took a friend of his. What was his name?
The man from the island.
The West Indian. Slim, Montego Slim Davis.
Yeah.
Who kept the medallion safe for Sailor Bill when he went to Mexico?
The Sailmaker.
Chun-Li.
And the name of the ship Sailor Bill and Chun-Li were on?
The Peking.
Very, very good. You couldn't have done any better. Can you meet me at my home tonight? There's something that I have at home that may help you in your search for the medallion. It won't guarantee that you'll find it, but I'm sure it'll help.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Tia Rosa. We really appreciate it.
Good. Then I'll see you tonight. Call me at this number, and then I'll give you the directions.
Oh, boy. I think we're finally on to something.
Yes, I think we might be.
So this is jump-up time.
Yeah, in Jamaica, it's usually held early in the year, like the people down in New Orleans during the spring. It's the same old carnival thing.
We have something like it in Puerto Rico. It's called Fiesta de Loiza.
And everybody loves playing, singing, and dancing in the street.
Looks like we lost him.
Yeah, I guess so. Hope Cynthia and the others are all right. Hey, where's that noise coming from? Is that the festival?
Sure is. Turn around and you see it.
Wow. I can't wait.
Okay. But first, we gotta find the others and Dr. Davis.
Okay, let's go.
Next time, the West Indian Day Parade.
Hi, this is Woody. Here's food with a twist. Noodles in all shapes. I can't resist. Corkscrews, wagon wheels, all kinds of wiggles. Stretched out, squashed down, they give me the giggles. Chinese Americans have a great recipe. Use 4 cups of cooked noodles. Wowee! Now a tablespoon of cornstarch, don't forget. A teaspoon of sugar, salt, and pepper, you bet. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. For a zing, 2 tablespoons of oil. That's the thing. Some vegetables sliced thin, that's the key. Use any you like, let your imagination run free. Now you'll need an adult, that is last, but certainly not least. So get a pan ready, we're gonna stir fry our feast. Heat 2 tablespoons of water and 2 of oil, then drop in the vegetables and wait till they boil. Now cover the pan, it's almost ready to eat. Cook it 5 minutes longer on a low heat. While it's cooking, we'll make a saucy brew. Take soy sauce, sugar, salt, and pepper too. Add cornstarch and water to make it thick. A tablespoon of each. Now mix it up quick. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. My favorite part. Pour it on the vegetables. Add the cooked noodles. Toss, mix, and stir the whole kit and caboodle. Now taste a treat that will simply amaze. You'll love it too. You'll shout its praise. How, how? So good. Noodles, Chinese American style.
And now for the big job hunt. Starring Max the Marvelous Machine and that villainous vomit, Long John Spoilsport.
Long John Spoilsport is my name. Sabotaging the job hunt is my game. All of you out there who are playing along will soon be singing a very sad song. So here we go, my fine feathered friend. You'll see a lot of my rottenness before this show ends.
And now for the host of our show, Sue Taylor.
Hi, kids. Welcome to the Big Job Hunt. Our contestants today will be from the Woodlawn Middle School and the Van Rensselaer School. How are you feeling, Max?
I'm just fine, thank you. Never been better.
You seem unusually cheery. What's up?
I've decided to stop worrying about Spoilsport. Now, whenever he gets me angry, I meditate.
You meditate?
Yes, I think peaceful thoughts. Hum, hum, hum.
I see. Well, it certainly appears to have improved your disposition.
A machine that meditates. What a joke. The thought's enough to make you choke. Max's hums won't be a cure for the zaps he will endure.
Okay, Max. Let's select today's contestants. First, from the Woodlawn Middle School, we have
Rodney Van Ness. Michelle Cuevas.
Kim Mallory.
And from the Van Rensselaer School, we have
Terry Tonkin. Dina Wilson. Bernhard Schultz.
We're glad to have you with us. Now, will each of you tell us your names and what you would like to do when you grow up? Starting with Woodlawn Middle School. Kim?
My name is Kim Mallory, and I like to be a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist, and how about you, Michelle?
My name is Michelle Craves, and I would like to be a nurse.
And you, Rodney?
My name is Rodney Vaness, and I like to be a pro basketball player.
Thank you very much. Now let's hear from the Van Rensselaer School. Terry?
My name is Terry Tonkin, and I would like to be a teacher.
And how about you, Dina?
My name is Dina Wilson. I'd like to be a singer.
A singer, and how about you, Bernard?
My name is Bernie Schultz, and I'd like to be a veterinarian.
A veterinarian. Thank you very much. Now, contestants, please listen carefully to the rules of the game. The object of the game is to guess the mystery job. Max will pick the categories and the questions. Questions are worth points. At the end of the round, the team with the most points gets a chance to see a clue and to name the mystery job. Now, for you kids who are playing at home, I've got a word of warning. Watch out for Long John Spoilsport. He'll be up to his old and dirty tricks, hard at his habit of trying to confuse you. So watch out. It's time for our first question. Max, let's have a category. The category is history. Thanks, Max.
You're very welcome.
This question is worth 10 points. Who was the first president of the Republic of China? Was he A, Chiang Kai-shek, B, Mao Zedong, C, Sun Yat-sen, or D, Yen Shai-kan?
It's A.
Yes, Kim.
A? I'm
sorry, the answer was C, Sun Yat-sen.
My transmitter has power to spare. I'll knock the show right off the air. Now let's try a little test. Just halfway will be the best.
Hey, what's going on here?
I don't know. Hey, you up there in the control room. What's happening?
We had some technical difficulties. It's okay now.
Now you see, it doesn't pay to mess with me. That was merely half a jolt. The next will be a thunderbolt.
These things happen. Television is a very complicated process.
Hum.
What are you doing?
Just thinking peaceful thoughts.
Max, Spoilsport didn't have anything to do with that. You heard the engineer. Just a technical problem. A bug or two.
Hum. Spoilsport's the only bug I know. Hum.
Max, come on, pick a category. We've got a show here.
Okay.
Ready, teams?
Yes!
The category is sports. Thanks, Max. This question is worth 10 points. What game was originally a Native American game? Was it A, dominoes, B, lacrosse, C, checkers, or D, bowling? Yes, Bernard.
Lacrosse.
That's right. The answer is B, lacrosse. It is the most popular game of the Native Americans. You now have 10 points. Okay, Max, and now for some more questions. Thanks. Now, panelists, I'm going to ask you 5 true or false questions. Each question is worth 5 points. The first question is, craftsmen who work with stone are known as masons.
Yes.
Yes, Bernard.
True.
That's correct. Number 2. Number 2, Arizona has the largest population of American Indians in the United States. Yes, Rodney.
False.
That's right. Oklahoma has the largest. Oklahoma has the largest American Indian population. Number 3, the language spoken in Brazil is Portuguese. Yes, Rodney. That's correct. The answer is true. Number 4, an archaeologist is a scientist who studies the remains of past human life and activities. Yes, Kim.
True.
That's correct. And number 5, our last question. Many birds leave the northern climate in the fall and fly south to warmer climates. This phenomenon is known as hibernation. Yes, Kim.
True.
I'm sorry, the answer is false. The phenomenon is known as migration. The score is now 15-15, a tie score. Since we have a tie score, the first team that hits the buzzer will get the chance to see a clue and to name the mystery job. So, keep your eyes on Max's eye. Okay, Max, let's see the clue.
I'm the clue. Max, you jerk, I think you're through. You and your arms will have to split. The big job hunch now Spoilsport's bit. You'll never know when I will strike. I can do it anytime I like.
I told you he was behind the problem.
Max, will you cut that out? Hey, you engineers, what are you going to do?
We sent out for a bifurcated equilateral feedback oscillator.
A what?
Never mind. Just go on with the show. Everything will be all right.
Panelists and viewers, I want to apologize for all this confusion, but with Lord John Spoilsport around, anything can happen. Max, let's try to show the clue now. Remember, panelists, you have 10 seconds to name the mystery job. And you can talk it over with your teammates before answering. Yes, Rodney.
A minister. That was in the job.
Sorry, that was a good try, but a little off the mark. Now, teams, we're going to move on to our second and final round, the super bonus question. This question is worth 50 points. The team that gets this right wins the final chance to see a clue and name the mystery job. Okay, teams, are you ready?
Yes!
Let's have the question, Max. The category is the arts. Thanks, Max.
Yes, ma'am.
The play, A Raisin in the Sun, which was made later into a movie, was the major work of a contemporary black playwright. She was A. Alice Walker, B. Lorraine Hansberry, C. Toni Harrison, or D. Alice Childress. Yes, Rodney.
B.
That's right. The answer was B, the late Lorraine Hansberry. Her play won the New York Drama Critics Award in 1955. And the score is now Van Rensselaer School's 15 points to Woodlawn Middle School's 65 points. Okay, Woodlawn Middle School, this is your last chance to see a clue and name the mystery job. But if you guess incorrectly, Van Rensselaer School will get the final chance to see the clue and to name the mystery job. Mr. Engineer, can Max show the clue now?
Go ahead. We've got our bifurcated equilateral feedback oscillator now.
Okay, thanks. Max, let's see it.
represent the plaintiff wife, and this is the third time that it's on now, and an application would make it the fourth. But we ask you to mark it peremptorily or final so that we do know where we are at the next time it comes to court. Please.
Very well. Final against defendant.
Okay, panelists, remember you can talk it over with your teammates before answering, but you have just 10 seconds to name the mystery job. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, Rodney?
A lawyer?
I'm sorry, that wasn't the correct answer, but Van Rensselaer School, do you have an answer for us?
No. Court.
Excuse me?
Judge in court.
That's right, the mystery job is a judge. Congratulations, you have won the big job hunt. Now, let's meet the Honorable Gilbert Ramirez, who has attained one of the highest legal positions of New York State, and under unusual circumstances.
My name is Gilbert Ramirez. I was born in Vega Alta, Puerto Rico. I'm now a judge of the Supreme Court of the state of New York. I was 24 years of age when I lost my sight. I had just finished college at the University of Puerto Rico, and I found myself in New York City without a job until I was fortunate enough to land a job as a transcribing typist with the city of New York. And it was at that time that I decided that perhaps the best thing I could do for the Puerto Rican people was to become a lawyer. Being bilingual is an asset. Knowing other languages does give one perspective. Ricky, sit. Good boy. I applied for admission to law school, but when I showed up, everyone was worried. How could a blind person study at night while working full-time during the day? But I told them that it was my problem. I simply put ads in the newspapers for volunteers with tape recorders. I took the law books and gave it to these volunteers for recording. Then I would take the recordings home and play them back. And so I managed to do the 4 years at night in only 3 years, much to everyone's surprise.
It's all in the form, just need your signature.
Good, I recall the matter. Okay. This is Mike Formoso. He's my law secretary. He himself is a lawyer. And together we research cases and we prepare documents and review them as a team.
Item, Brooklyn officer stage family court slowdown.
Claire Chaviano is my confidential secretary. She handles all my incoming correspondence and reads the law journal on a cassette recorder. And then I listen to it in chambers and dictate answers to the mail to her, as well as special comments that I may want typed up. I decided that in order to make it easier for me to get about the city of New York from court to court, that I should get myself a guide dog. And what a relief it was to me to get that additional mobility. I soon developed a reputation with the dog, and I became known as the lawyer with the dog. We became a team. A knowledge of the law can always be acquired from books and from lectures. The most important quality of a good judge is to have a sense of fairness, a feeling for people, to have understanding, compassion for others. In 1975, I was elected to the position that I presently occupied, namely Justice of the Supreme Court of the state of New York. One can succeed if one would only have a little bit of self-confidence. If one's desire is such that you're willing to work hard for what you want, then it'll be easy enough to reach for the unreachable star and to dream the impossible dream.
Well, we got through that okay, Max.
I'm tired of this game of cat and mouse. house. Time for me to bring down the house. Yeah. What a gas. Spoilsport's got this show at last.
He's jamming us again. Turn on the feedback oscillator.
Poor Spoilsport, he'll never learn.
His kind never will. It's award time here on the Big Job Hunt, and our grand prize, the Max Trophy, goes to the Van Rensselaer School. And to our fine runners-up, Woodland Middle School, here's our Mini Max Trophy. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you all right here next time on the Big Job Hunt.
What would you do if? How would you feel if? What would you do and how would you feel?
Hey, where were you? How come you didn't come out to try for the team? We were practicing all week.
Well, I heard the girls talking down at the gym.
So what happened?
Well, they were talking about that black people are better at sports than white people.
That's not true. You beat me lots of times, and you're littler than I am, too. You should at least have a try at it.
Well, I was scared that people would laugh at me.
What would you do if someone told you you weren't good enough to try?
I'd just try out for it. I would just ignore them. I wouldn't do it, I guess. I'll do it anyway, just to prove that I can do it.
What would you do?
Get right into the vegetable soup. All kinds of vegetables. All kinds of vegetables. All kinds of vegetables. To make a vegetable soup.
And now, today's adventure of Outer Scope 2, the West Indian Day Parade.
She'll find it, but
Tia Rosa has told the kids that she has an important clue that will help them find Sailor Bill's medallion.
Good. Then I'll see you tonight. Call me at this number, and then I'll give you the directions.
Oh, boy. I think we're finally onto something.
Yes, I think we might be.
So this is jump up time.
Yeah, in Jamaica, it's usually held early in the year, like the people down in New Orleans during the spring. It's the same old carnival thing.
We have something like it in Puerto Rico. It's called Fiesta de Loiza. And everybody loves playing, singing, and dancing in the street.
Looks like we lost him.
Yeah, I guess so. Hope Cynthia and the others are all right. Hey, where's that noise coming from? Is that the festival?
Sure is. Turn around and you see it.
Wow. I can't wait.
Okay. But first, we gotta find the others and Dr. Davis.
Okay, let's go. Cynthia, Adrian.
Over here.
Hey, here comes Leon.
Right on time. Yeah, so you lost him? You fish swim?
Do birds fly? But why were they chasing you anyway?
Well, it's a long story.
Remember the Dr. Davis we asked you about?
Yeah, what about him?
We think he might be able to help us find an old medallion that's been missing a long, long time.
I bet it's worth a lot, huh?
Yeah, and those two creeps are after it.
Well, I think we lost him anyway, so don't sweat it. Hey, there's something else. Look!
Wow, look at that.
What about Dr. Davis, Adrian? You know where he's at?
I think so, if it's the same one. He builds a float for the festival every year. And I know where he builds it. I hope he hasn't left yet. Follow me.
Whoa, wait. Now, we're not going anywhere here. We've been walking around. We're never going to find them.
No.
We're not going to find them.
We'll find them.
We're not going to find them.
We'll find them. Yes.
How?
Yes. Well, I have a feeling. Yes, I have a feeling. I'm psychic. Yes.
You're what?
Yes, I know. A psychic. Some people have a certain knowledge and sort of have a certain feeling. I just know. It's sort of intuition. I know the direction. I know we should go. We should go that way.
Wow.
My family hasn't lived in Mexico since your great ancestor, William Topper, passed through. But we never forget our friends and all the old times.
Hey, what's that?
It's a fan, Henry. It's here somewhere. This is where I keep all my important papers.
Hey, this is fun. What a lot of great stuff.
What does this mysterious object look like?
Yeah, maybe we can help find it.
It's very old and not too large. Just a folded page with an old map drawn on it.
An old map?
I know what you're thinking. I thought of it too when I first heard you had a diary.
Do you think it's...
I think it might be from your great-great-grandfather. There are a few words written on it too.
Wow, another map to take the place of the one I lost. Whoopee!
Hey, I bet we're onto something.
Madre mia, this is it.
Really, it looks like the same map, all right.
Boy, it sure does. Just drawn a little smaller, that's all.
Right.
See if the things about his China trip in Mexico were written on the back.
No, there's nothing there. Just one short phrase. And the end. See?
Is that all?
That's it.
Gee, that's not much.
But wait, isn't that...
It could mean anything.
Or nothing.
Right, but it sounds as if something else must come before that.
Of course, it's the...
That's what I felt all along. There must be more.
Of course there's more. Look!
You may be right, Tia Rose. What is it, Henry?
Don't you remember the missing page in the diary? This is it. And there was something on the other page of the diary, too. Something we couldn't figure out. Remember?
That's right. This is probably that missing page from the diary. Henry, you're a genius.
Oh, gee. Thanks, Willie.
What are we waiting for? Why don't we go down to Chinatown and meet Cynthia and Edgar at Chun Po Fang's?
Good idea.
Right. If this map is the missing diary page, we're home free. Tia Rosa, can we?
You're welcome to the map. I hope it helps solve the puzzle. Take care of it, and take care of yourselves.
Thank you, Tia Rosa. Thanks a lot.
You've been so kind. Can we come back and see you again?
I'd certainly be disappointed if you didn't.
Okay, let's hit old Outer Scope 2 and head for a rendezvous. Oh, nuts. I just can't remember that word. Our meeting with Cynthia and Edgar.
Right, Henry. I think this is it. Once we match that map page with the diary, I think we'll know exactly where to go.
I sure hope so. It's been a long road since we first set out for Montauk Point and the Shinnecock Village. Bye-bye, Tia Rosa.
Next time, The Torn Page.
What do you want to know about yourself? What do you want to know about yourself?
Albert, you're such a dummy. This is a party, Albert, not a funeral. Yeah.
Don't feel too badly, Albert. There are times when each of us feels like we don't fit in. We all have something we're not too happy about. Could be the way we look, the way we play baseball, how much money we have. Sometimes other people can be painfully good at picking on our weak points. And that's when a nasty word or even a look can really hurt. So think about how you've been hurt by someone finding your flaws before you make fun of others. Let's run the film back and see what might have happened at that party.
Hey, Albert, you look really sharp. Come on in. Man, take your tie and coat off. We'll have you loose up in no time. This way for the poetry and art section. What you drawing? I'm not finished. You want to take a guess at it? Okay. I'll give you a hint. It's the best place in the whole neighborhood. The pizza joint? Nope. The zoo? Nope. I'll give you one more guess. The park? No. My hat. Oh. What is a neighborhood? Is it a brotherhood? Is it how
houses short and tall? Or is it people big and small? It's all those things and much, much more. It's the people around the corner who come from Spain. It's the doctor down the block who eases pain. It's the gray-headed lady who feeds stray cats. It's the newsboy who wears cowboy hats. It's the lady next door who dyes her hair black. It's the man down the street whose dogs attack. It's the kids who play stickball in the street. It's the candy store where boys and girls meet. It's the old folks and the young folks who care for each other. It's the aunts and uncles and sisters and brothers. And knowing just where you're at.
It's time to tell a story. It's storytelling time.
Many years ago, in a faraway place, was a beautiful land where people from different countries had come to live. Everything they planted grew tall, and no one was ever sick or hungry. There was only one problem. No one was friendly.
Come here, where's Shaka?
And then one day, a stranger appeared.
Eat some food today. Come, you must eat
Good
today.
afternoon.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm a weary traveler looking for food and a place to rest. I don't have any money.
Oh.
But I can entertain you and your family in exchange for your kindness.
What have you done to my son? What magic is this? What have you done to the boy? Bring the boy back here. Bring him back here.
Do it again!
Be quiet, eh? Listen, we are poor people, and we have no food to spare on your kind. You are not one of my people. Go away. You are not wanted here.
My friend, it looks like they're not ready for you yet. We'll try something simpler the next place. Hello? I've come a long way today. I was wondering if you could give me something to eat and let me sleep for a while in your stable. As soon as I've rested, I'll be on my way. I don't have any money, but I can entertain you in exchange for your generosity.
I'm sorry, I have no time for such foolishness. Last night, we were robbed of everything we had. We have no food. You will have to look elsewhere.
Uncle Basilio, Mama says to come eat.
I don't like your looks anyway. Look at your clothes. You may as well leave. There's nothing for you here.
You know, I think this is going to be harder than I thought. I'll try once more. Oh, it's all right. I'm just a lonely traveler looking for food and a place to rest. Could you perhaps give me some leftovers and let me sleep under one of your trees? I don't have money, but I can entertain you and your family.
Oh, I don't see how you have the nerve to ask me for something after the way you just scared me, sneaking around people's doors.
But I didn't mean to frighten
Well,
you.
I have nothing to eat here anyway. You'll have to go somewhere else. Why don't you look for someone like yourself, huh? There are all kinds of strange people around here.
I think it's time. This flower will be a bee.
What's that music, Papa?
Sounds familiar.
Let's go and see.
How do you know that song? It's a folk song from my country.
In my travels, I've heard songs from many lands. Since you have no food, perhaps you'd like to join me for a modest lunch.
Well, that looks like nothing but boiling water.
At first glance. But soon after I add my magic soup stone, we shall have a delicious pot of hot, steaming soup. I have to let it steep for a while to bring out the flavor.
Oh, you play that so beautifully.
That tune is from my country.
Well, how do you know it?
Who is playing that song? I used to sing it as a child in my mother's arms. Wherever did you learn it?
Oh, I've been many places.
What's this?
He's making soup with a magic stone. I saw him put it in with my own eyes.
Looks like hot water to me.
Well, it has to simmer. Give it time.
If we added a little salt, let's try the salt first. That's a little better, but it still needs a little something, you know?
In Mexico, where I come from, we often use onions and peppers to flavor our food. I think I might have a few at home.
Bamboo shoots are added to many dishes in Japan. I had been saving some for my dinner tonight, but perhaps if we put some in the soup...
That would be fine.
Why don't you suggest that? Tell him that. Right, no. What do you think? And how about you?
I like your Let's get together. Let's do this again. I want to do this again. We have to get together.
is that you are what you are doing all that time. It is very interesting. So many.
We have some yuca from our homeland, Puerto Rico. It's delicious in soup.
My mother gave me some Chinese mushrooms to add.
Corn soup is cooked by many American Indians. I'll add the corn to this soup.
Here is some okra. In Africa, it is used to help thicken soups.
In Germany, we put kohlrabi in our soup. It tastes good.
Ah, that soup stone really worked.
I'm so sorry I was rude to you earlier today. It's just that all of us were suspicious of anyone who looked a little different.
We'd like to make it up to you. Please stay a little longer and let us show you some real hospitality.
No, I can't stay. I have to continue on my journey. A good meal with friends is enough for me. But keep the soup stone and promise me that you'll all use it as often as you can.
But that's your magic stone. How are you going to eat on your journey without it?
There's no magic in that stone. I did nothing that you couldn't have done yourselves a long time ago. But keep the stone as a symbol of the lesson that you've learned today.
Around the world, there are many different kinds of noodles, and just as many tales to explain how they came to be. This is one of the stories. Long ago, a ship sailed from Italy to China filled with goods to trade. Among its crew was a young sailor who was to play an important part in our story. He had visited China many times and spoke its language as well as he spoke his own. After many months of travel, the ship landed and the sailors went ashore. The young sailor happened upon a maiden making bread.
May I watch?
Oh!
I have been traveling for a long time. Seeing you make bread reminds me of home.
I would be honored. I myself have never been away from China. What is your homeland like?
The sailor told her what he knew of Italy. As he talked, she became so interested in what he was saying that she stopped paying attention to what she was doing. The longer the sailor talked, the more dough dripped to the floor.
Oh, look what I've done. My mother will never forgive me for wasting so much food.
It's my fault. I'll take it back to my ship. Maybe our cook can use it.
Oh!
He picked up handfuls of the dry dough and stuffed them into his pockets until they were full. Then he scooped some up in his hat.
What about the rest?
He said goodbye and headed back to his ship.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know.
Put it over there. You down there. See if you can cook something different. I'm tired of the same old food. Give me that.
So the cook tried baking some, but that only made them harder. He tried frying them, but they just got crispy. After a few more tries, he gave up. Just then, the cook's helper rushed in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted something to eat.
How many times do I have to tell you? No eating between meals. Now look what you've done. You've ruined the soup.
Yuck. This tastes pretty good.
Put that back. I told you, no eating.
But it's good.
You're right.
That night, he served the new dish to the crew. It was so popular that he made it every night all the way back to Italy. There, the news of the new discovery spread across the country. And this, according to one legend, is how noodles were invented.
What would you do if you? How would you feel if you? What would you do and how would you feel?
Hi, April. Where's your brother? Hi, Daniel. What's the matter? I thought you were going over to play with Judy today. Well, I was. But all her other friends are white, and they don't want to play with me because I am not. So what about Judy? We're still friends, I guess. But I feel funny when we're with those other kids.
How would you feel if someone didn't want to play with you because you were different?
Sad, but willing to play with them. I'd feel pretty bad. I wouldn't play with them.
It wouldn't bother me. I'd play with somebody else.
How would you feel?